going to work on a double dip today. I am marking where I know that my canvas needs to be in the screen because I'll be moving things back and forth. I did this the other day and it was too much paint on it, so I've mixed my paint a little differently, and I am going to be working with two canvases on top of each other. I've used my jumbo push pins that I'll have a link below for you to see, and it just makes things so much easier when you're pulling it off. So I love that. And I also will be working with a Floetrol mix, so it's going to be Floetrol, and I get that at Lowe's is one of the best places. It's about, in the US, it's about $14, and for a gallon, you can't beat that. I actually looked on Amazon to compare, and it's about $10 less in Lowe's, so take the drive out there when you're getting your supplies. Today, I am going to work with several blue greens, and black paint, and I'm gonna see how that works. Like I said the other day when I did it, I had a little too much paint, so hopefully I'm not gonna have quite as much, and we'll see how this one turns out. I have mixed my paint, cut the I have mixed my paints with about 50% paint, 50% Floetrol. Cut that out too. I have mixed my paint with about 40% paint and 60% Floetrol. I like this process to be a little bit more fluid. This paint tube is basically a 99-cent store find. It is, you could probably see it better. This is a smaller version that I got online again. But these, I went to the 99-cent store. You can't beat that. You get two for 99 cents, so 50 cents. And that is in the section where all the utensils are. And it is just a condiment container. I do find that when I mix my paints in the very beginning, I might have a little bit of, oh, that one I didn't. I might have a little bit of the Floetrol on the top. I can see it on one of my other colors, my other bottles, that it's come to the top. So you always want to do your first test on a paper towel before you put it on your canvas. I'm not putting anything else on my canvas right now. I will put some white, but cut the butt up. Okay, so I'm mixing I'm mixing my paint up really well, so I don't, cut. All right, I'm mixing my paint up really well. I want to make sure that I get a smooth finish on my canvas. So I am going to do my V pattern, or squiggly, but I like to think it's a V pattern. And a good, like I said, I am going to strive to not have so much paint, and if I have white spaces, that's okay. I will fill it in with white or black paint, depending on what I'm feeling like. There's no rhyme or reason right now. I'm just testing these out. Make sure you're cleaning your product as you go so that you don't have just globs of everything around. This one I can't get mixed to the bottom quite well, but I'm gonna use what I have at the top, only because I really need to bang it. Can't do that. So we're going to work with it this way. And this one just keeps spitting at me, so it is not liking the mix at the bottom. I think I'm gonna have to pour it out in a container and whip it on up. and then pour it back in. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and continue with my V's. This one's a little thicker. It's funny how you think that you can go 40, 60 on all your paints, but you cannot judge every color by the last color. All the different colors of paint have different viscosity, meaning they have different weights to them. So this one comes out a lot creamier, which you can see the difference. I hope you can see the difference. I am going to add, I think I want to add this tealy color in with it. I'm going to see how this works. I have a piece of art at my home and it has these colors mixed in. So I want to, I have a piece of art at home and it has these colors mixed in. I wanted to see how it would work, me doing it in the studio here. I don't want the green to overtake. And then I'm gonna go ahead, again, wipe your tops off. Hope I'm not making you dizzy here. I don't want a ton of black. So, man, see, even though I shook it very good, I'm getting my Floetrol on top. And if this doesn't work, yeah, I'm getting a lot of Floetrol. That's okay, let's see what happens. Let's see how that would go. There we go. I want to do just a fun little drizzle here and there, and I'll come back and do a fun little drizzle with the other colors that I've already put on here. I'm going to make sure I get a little bit more added to my edges, like a little few dots here and there. I want to attempt to make this not a long video. Let's bring this one back. And I'm going to go ahead and do the drizzle, making sure not to get too much paint, if I can, on my canvas, because that was not a great thing. You could always take paint off or double dip it in there, but what I'm trying to do, what I am going to accomplish today is dipping it only once, hopefully, maybe twice maximum. So blank canvas on the top, you want to sit it straight on and get a little bit of suction in there. You want to move around. I can already tell I do not have enough paint on here. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and move this around in hopes that that's going to squish it out. We are working to squish it out. I love being able to turn it over on my jumbo pin. I love being able to turn this over on my jumbo push pins. You want to make sure you're getting all these edges. You want to make sure you're getting the middle. And I can see on the bottom, like I said, doesn't appear that I have enough, but we're just going to see. I really want to pull it this way, so bear with me. It's actually very pretty, but what I'm going to do, I could leave that, but there's way too much blank space here. And then I can correct that by filling in these areas. There's no reason, I can kiss it with a balloon, but there's no reason if I have this much blank space to worry about that. I'm going to add paint. Sometimes you have enough, sometimes you don't. Obviously I did not. I really like the green. I think I have enough of the pale blue. So I am going to fill it in with the green. or the teal, sorry, it is my teal. It looks green on here, but I promise you it is teal. So that is a lot. And I'm wondering if I need to add white. I really don't want to though. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and get a little bit of extra black in here because that'll give me some definitive lines. The black will give me some more definitive lines, and that just gives it a great look from what I'm seeing right here. Now, I've never painted anything without having music on in the background. I hope that doesn't take away from my tutorials that I'm and my experimentation on here. But feel free to let me know, and I'll consider not, probably not. I'll consider not, no I won't, cut that out. But feel free to let me know if you have any ideas on how I can make my tutorials more interesting for you, or if you have a particular idea that you would like to try out but just don't have time. I'll be happy to try it out for you. I love experimenting. My edges, if you'll notice, I don't like when everything pulls in, which just says I didn't have enough paint. So we're gonna go ahead and line this with white. Make sure you don't do what I just did, because now that's gonna contaminate. It actually went inside. So you're gonna have to make sure to squish it on out. All right, I believe that's going to get me where I need to go. All right, I believe that's going to get me where I need to go. Second guess myself, but that's okay. I'm gonna cross those a little bit. It's better to have more than not enough sometimes. Oh, helps if the cap comes off. Journey is working great today for me because I am embarking on this new Facebook. Journey is working well for me today because I am embarking on this new YouTube channel that I hope everyone enjoys. I want to make sure that I put this down the same way I took it off, because it's a really cool design happening. All right, still wonder if I have enough paint. It feels like this should be a little smoother going on here. Now, I did not put any silicone in any of these. The next one I do, I will put silicone and see how that gives me cells. But I know that the Floetrol by itself with paint does still give us some cells. So you don't have to be in a rush for this. I don't want it long way because it will hang on the walls easier, or more people. I want it vertical, so cut that out. I want these vertical because it's easier, I feel, for people to be able to hang two side by side. But either way, they can change. I'm gonna hold the bottom in this one because I do have a little bit more paint. Nice, nice. So everything looks like it's filling in. I like the colors there. I'm hoping you can get both of them in. I believe I can. So it looks like flowers. So if you're putting that on a wall, it's pretty cool because you have the same type of design going on. Now, art resin torch. This is my favorite little torch for our small pieces. So my art resin torch is my handy dandy little tool for my smaller pieces. I will have the link for this in the bottom. And this will go ahead and bring any bubbles to the top, and also it will start bringing a few cells up if you can see them. Now this brings small cells up. If I use my other torch, it will bring larger cells up. But look how cool, depending on how close you hold this. I hope you can see the cells popping up. And they just add dimension and texture. Especially when I'm glad I added the white, because when the white comes through, that's where the cells are mostly coming. My next painting I will do with silicone. I do like how this comes from here, this comes from here, so it looks like it's pulling the paintings together. So that's pretty snazzy there. And on this one, I'm not going to kiss my sides, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me see. I don't think I even need to use my balloon on here. We'll just see in a moment. And if you see how it's dripping on the side, that's when I would normally go ahead and use a balloon to give all my color, but I really don't think that's necessary because I have the other sides, every other one except this one is clean. So I will wipe that off when I move it, and then I will paint my sides on this, one of these colors, to make it stand out. So this is just cut the sew out. All right, and there you have it. These are just some cool floral-like color schemes that I worked on. This one does not have enough sails, like I'm sailing something. Can you tell I'm a Southern girl? All right, this one does not have enough sails. Let me do that again. This one doesn't have as many sails in it. Come on, baby. Turn it, as this one does. So I'm going to pop a few more here, get a little closer, and make that happen. Oh, sometimes you can get a little too close. It's really looking like it's pulling it from underneath. Oh, we have smoke. I have good insurance. Let me say that again. I have good insurance. And there you go. I think that they're now comparable in looks. Make sure I get some. If you can go where it would be hanging together, go from one to the other. And that way it flows together if you end up hanging them side by side, which is really cool then. It shows that you did paint these together. Okay, that's enough playing with it. Until next time, please make sure I'm a new channel. I'm a new channel, so I am a new channel and would love for you to subscribe down below. I have several links that you can find some of the products that I use, and you can hit the bell button and that'll let you know when I have new videos coming up. Stay tuned. I will be doing some colander pours, some swipes, and eventually I will be adding my wearable art designs and showing you how I put those together. So lots more to come. So stay tuned to my channel next one I'll show you my companion, compadre, and best friend. Take care. Peace out.